we have gotten 90% of our clients from YouTube through those.
You found the Live Local Marketing Podcast, where business owners share their knowledge about what's working in the market today. No fluff, just their experiences and stories from people who are making it happen. And if authentic, practical marketing resonates with you, be sure to visit livelocalwarmmarketing.com and learn to grow your business on warm marketing referrals. Now, on to the show. Welcome. Thanks for joining us for the Live Local Business Podcast. Today, we're with Miss Stephanie Smith, and she's a special guest because I've been on her show, not once, but I've been on her show twice. So excited to have you and repay the favor.
I'm so excited to be here. We just always have a great conversation.
So it's fun. Yeah, that's right. All right. So give the audience a little bit about what you do and how you want them to view you throughout the episode.
Yes. So my name is Stephanie Smith. I am owner of New Light Financial Solutions. My husband and I run our business together, and we help business owners gain financial clarity through bookkeeping and CFO advisory services. And we just try to make things simple and easy to understand because running a business is hard enough.
Yeah, that's right. You're Ms. Practical. Every time I have a chat with you, it's about practical, easy solutions that people don't even think of that's just going to help their lives easier. So I'm excited about this conversation. Are you ready for the questions?
I guess so.
All right, we're swapping. You're used to being a guest. We're going to do that. We're going to be, you're used to being a host. You're going to be the guest now. So it'll be shoes in the other foot. So, all right. So let's start with this. Talk about what you love most about your job.
What I love most. So bookkeeping, is just everyone wants to do it, right? So there's that aspect of it. Yeah. But you know what? I actually really love numbers. I went to school to be a math teacher, and I did that. I taught high school math. And I always wanted a job where I did something in numbers, and then I ended up in the corporate space and never did that. So I actually love working with numbers. One of the things I love the most is actually problem solving. I'm a huge problem solver. So if there's missing money or things don't work or they're not matching up, like I'm the person that will go try to figure it out. Where did it go? Where did it come from? And to that extent, on the advisory side, I've had a lot of fun, especially with all of the advancements with AI, like creating dashboards and trying to visually make things simple for people from a financial perspective. Like nobody likes looking at their P&L or their balance sheet. So I really love playing around in Excel and Google and seeing what things I can make to make things visually easier to understand.
That's pretty amazing. So you're like a detective, a financial detective, going through, simplifying it, solving all the problems. That's amazing. And so your husband, he had a different background too. Were you both teachers for a while?
Oh, no, he was not a teacher. Okay. Though he went to school to be a PE teacher. Then that never happened. He ended up in the retail space for his whole career, and then he quit to be a stay-at-home dad.
So the dichotomy of a husband-wife working relationship, that's going pretty well for you, because I could never, no offense to my wife, I could never work with her. Like, she's an amazing person, but that's not going to work.
I can imagine it would be hard for a lot of people, but we both have very different strengths. And
that's good.
I'm more, you'll see me, like you said, I have the podcast. I'm usually the face of the podcast. I've been dragging him along the way to get some visibility for him, but nice. He is very much like, tell me what to do. I'm going to do it. He gets the work done. And he's good at that, keeping things organized and planning and everything. So we complement each other pretty well. Not to say we haven't gotten into arguments or things like that, because that still happens.
That's good. You're still working together, so that's a good sign. So let's take a look back. Let's jump in the time machine and look back to the first year where you decided to do this as a team, to be in this marketing. Talk to us about a cringe, something you look back to year one, you're like, I cannot believe that we did that. A quick break before we get to that next answer, because I know that answer is going to be brilliant, which is why I chose this moment to interrupt. If you love what you're seeing and you want to run your business off of warm marketing referrals, visit our website, livelocalwarmmarketing.com. It's got valuable resources, office hours, memberships, the book, an array of resources to help you get rid of cold calls, cold leads, door knocking, and run a business you can be proud of through referrals and warm marketing. Now, back to the show.
Yes. So we actually looked through your questions beforehand together, and we both have different answers to all your questions. But
nice.
My cringe-worthy moment is when we were just getting started. It's so easy to get dragged into like the shiny objects in
Yes.
business. And I'm going to say, embarrassingly enough, how we got started was a Facebook ad, and we joined a program, and it was relatively cheap. But then, of course, that program upsells you into another program, and we just took the bait, and we spent tons of money. Like, we need this. This is going to be the thing for us. And we didn't look at other options. We didn't review it or research it or see what other options were out there. We just did it because we felt like we needed to. And I would say we wasted a lot of money doing that. However, looking back, hindsight 2020, we wouldn't be where we are today if we didn't do that. So it's like, I'm glad I did it. But at the same time, like, I should have known better than to just spend thousands of dollars on something that I probably shouldn't have.
Does that affect your decisions now?
Yes, actually, we are a lot more selective about things. I'm the kind of person that's like quick, right? Like, let's make a decision. Let's just do it. Chris is a little more reserved, but after that, it's like we have joined another program since then for the CFO advisory side of things. Yeah. But before we joined, we looked into multiple options and actually did our due diligence to pick the right thing that made sense instead of just the thing that was in front of us at the time.
Does that affect also the way you treat your clients?
From a like saying yes to clients perspective?
No, I mean, after that first year cringe and the things that happened to you, do you now treat your clients differently because you've experienced what it likes to be kind of upgraded, upsold, tricked, bait and switched?
Well, I don't think we're not like super salesy people, so we're not trying to bait and switch. We're not trying to bait and switch anybody just to begin with. So, I don't think that made a big difference, but I think in general, I'm not like a super pushy salesperson. Like, you either want to work with us or you don't want to work with us, you know?
Okay. Well, that's good. That makes sense. All right. So you've been working this long. You've learned your lessons as a team together. How did you decide and present your branding for your company?
So this is interesting because we actually had a different name for our business when we first started out. And we debated on what do you call your company? And this is my like type A personality. So our old business name was AIO Bookkeeping, and it stood for all in order, get your books all in order. And the reason we chose that, and this was totally me, was I was like, like AAA is like the top of the list in the alphabet.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like, how do we have a business where we'll be at the top of the list if we're in alphabetical order somewhere? So that was the original name.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was for like the yellow pages back in the day. I'm pretty sure people aren't using yellow pages much anymore.
No. Yeah. Like what a silly decision back then. Since then we did bookkeeping for a few years, and then we transitioned more into the advisory side, and we're like, we need a different name that doesn't just focus on bookkeeping. So actually I feel like I'm a very spiritual person. I was meditating one day and I just heard from I'm going to say from God, the Holy Spirit, the name New Light Financial Solution. So I feel like God gave us the name for our business that it is today. And we are very values driven that way. And I'm not going to lie, I did ask AI, like, what do the colors represent and those kind of things. So now from a branding perspective, we do take that kind of Christian voice along with just my background and everything. And then the name that we have, New Light, we want people to see their financials in a new light. So it aligns really well. And then I don't remember what the coloring and everything is, but it is blue. We're like blue and gold.
Like trust and loyalty and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I will also add that with us running the business together, I feel like a lot of females choose pinks and purples and pastels.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't want that brand to be something that represented both of us. So I did gear more towards, if you look at our stuff, it is a little more masculine. I like it. I think it works well, but I didn't want to go full force into anything that was too feminine because it was the both of us.
There's a lot that goes into colors. I see you put a lot of time and effort into that. It's not as easy as just like, hey, let's do this blue. Like it takes a minute or two. It's pretty nerve-wracking sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. All right, so talk to us now. You've been doing this for a while, and you've tried a lot of different things. Let's talk about some of the marketing stuff that you've done that works for you.
So the most successful marketing thing that we've done is I make tutorials on YouTube for how to use Zoho Books. So from my background in the corporate space is instructional design. So I created training materials for mostly sales teams over the years. So that was what I knew how to do, was create videos and documents and everything. So I took that when we started and I said, I want to do that. Like, I can do this. I can make videos, no problem. But I didn't want to do it for QuickBooks because everybody, QuickBooks, like you Google QuickBooks, there's tons of videos out there. So how do you stand out, right? Is a good question.
Yeah.
So we found Zoho through our first client, and I was like, I'll just make Zoho videos and tutorials. And I will add that Zoho is a India-based company, and there aren't as many Americans making tutorials for it. So that was helpful for me as well. But we have gotten 90% of our clients from YouTube through those tutorials.
Really? All right, do a quick shameless plug, the name of the YouTube channel.
Well, it's New Light FS. If you search us, I don't know. Do you normally name your YouTube channel something different?
Yeah, no, I mean, whatever it is. Some people do crazy stuff. So I was just kind of curious. New Life FS. Okay, good. Talk to us about something in marketing that didn't work for you. That you're like, that we tried it. It didn't work. I'm cutting it. Yeah.
So when we first got into like the CFO stuff, that's a little more of a challenging solution to sell because it is a different kind of relationship that you have with people. Yeah. And we came across someone that was like, we'll do Facebook ads for you and we'll find people to funnel you through this. So we spent some money on Facebook ads and we didn't get one meeting, not one. That was a bust. Now, I think if we would have used the ads to try to sell something else, maybe it would have been helpful, but just note to self, if you're doing like higher end consulting, like Facebook ads aren't the best way. Not for us. Maybe it was the ads and the people we hired. I'm sure there's a lot that goes into it.
There's a lot of pray and spray in the Facebook world. Yeah, that's for sure. So that actually moves us nicely into the next topic, which is community. How do you reach out to your community, make connections, and grow your business?
Yeah. So originally, actually how we got our first client and everything, I volunteered at the local ATD. It's the Association for Talent Development, because that was the space I was in before, was talent development. So I was already volunteering there to begin with. And I was on the board. I started as a VP of technology because I love technology. And then I actually switched over to the CFO role to help with their finances, just because. And I love that you get to meet a lot of people, and as they trust you because you're working with them. So our first client was someone from that group. And then that person knows a lot of other people, so he's referred to us multiple clients along the way as well. So I think just getting involved and volunteering has been really helpful to grow those relationships. And then when someone else who knows and trusts you or has hired you, can make that referral, it's more genuine because they've already worked with you in some way.
You seem like a very organized person. So it's not like you just met this guy and never followed up or talked to him again. Do you use like some kind of follow-up system, like a CRM? Like, what are you using to make sure you're staying consistent?
I am awful at follow-up.
All right.
100%. That's my downfall. I am working on getting better at that, even with the podcast, like following up with people after they're on my podcast. I need a system. I'm working on building a system, but I'm terrible. So from that perspective that I said before, like we were friends at that point in time because we were working together. It wasn't like I had to follow up with him because we were already engaged in having conversations, and he was a business owner and everything. So, but when I go and meet and network and stuff, I'm terrible at following up with people.
Oh, guilty. Imagine all the money left on the table there, Miss Stephanie. The money, and you're a financial person too, so it probably hits home. All right, so let's talk about something in the same vein. Something that you do that's really boring, but it moves the needle and it really helps your business grow.
Oh man, that's challenging because we're very slow. Like we're slow growing with just the two of us. But I would say that like I mentioned before, the thing that has worked the most for us is the tutorials. And that is helpful. I am working on the networking thing and really trying to grow my network too. That is very slow and can be painful at times, depending on where you find yourself. But it's definitely for me the tutorials. And so sometimes I just don't want to put them together. Like there is this effort involved into it, but it's worth it.
All right, talk to us about the setup. So how do you come up with the topics? What's your setup look like? Like, how do you organize yourself for these videos? I'm curious.
Yeah. So I originally was just like, let's start from ground zero. So if you go find them all, it's like how to set up your account in Zoho Books.
Okay.
And I kind of just went down the list from there, how to categorize your expenses and how to add bills. And then people will comment and they'll ask me questions and I'll make videos on those things. I am planning on launching a brand new, some of them will be repetitive, but Zoho has updated their platform a lot over the past couple of years. And I think it would be good to put that 2026 version of things out there that's newer than when I first started. Updated version. But I try to stay simple. My videos are I try to keep them 5 minutes or less. So they're really quick because we're all trying to find one thing, right? I don't like to look through the hour-long video to try to find the one thing that I'm looking for. Yes. So no true rhyme or reason.
Do you put yourself in them or are you just screen? Do you have like a little circle of yourself? Like how's it go?
I have like an opening introduction. That's me. And then I have my typical like intro and outro. And then I switch to just the screen. So it's not distracting. So it's a combination.
No, that makes sense because you have your face on there because they're going to meet you someday and they want to be able to associate what you look like with. Yeah, that makes complete sense. That's awesome.
Well, and what's funny is it's usually Chris takes all of our calls. So if you book like a call with us, you'll end up on a call with
Chris. Where's Stephanie?
And that's exactly like, I think sometimes people are like, who are you? There's the bait and switch we talked about earlier.
Yeah. I was looking for Stephanie. Stephanie. Yeah, that's amazing. All right. So before we get into how people get a hold of you and set up a time, one last question, and this is more for fun. Tell us, Miss Financial, what is something you hate paying for?
Okay, so I was thinking about this question. We were talking about this before we recorded.
Yeah, we were.
And I'll say that my politically correct answer is, man, I hate paying like credit card fees. Like a client pays you X number of dollars and then credit cards just get a chunk of that or whatever, provider takes their cut. So, man, that's just sad, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah. And they call it a convenience fee, which seems really counterintuitive. There's nothing convenient about paying more money.
Right. Well, and then I've seen with our clients too, a lot of people are now charging their clients the fees.
Yeah.
And that's not allowed everywhere, but that's a thing too, because you either have to raise your prices to cover the fees. Yeah. And even when you do that, it's still like, you're still getting the top cut off of it. So like mentally, I think it's hard.
Yeah.
But the other thing,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Does that mean you advise a lot of your clients to do more like cash or maybe app or whatever kinds of transactions in order to avoid some of these fees?
Nobody likes to do that.
No, they don't.
We have a couple of clients that only take checks. So they'll do check deposits. I think in this day and age, like it's hard to avoid getting paid via a credit card or ACH. There are a lot of payment processors where you can save money. It's just they're not all convenient and they don't all plug into whatever systems you're using. So if it's something that they find that they're spending a lot of money on, there are other solutions you can look into, but there's this like, is it worth changing kind of thing? So I think at this point, it comes with the territory of doing business.
Yeah, that really stinks.
Yeah.
And usually it's like what, 3 to 5% ish. If you get somebody like a Stripe, maybe it's 1.5, something like that.
Yeah. And it depends on ACH fees are different than credit card fees. And then forget it. If you have like, is it MasterCard, whichever card, there's one of the cards is more expensive than the other cards. And it's crazy.
It's no fun.
Yeah.
That's no fun, but that's your job. You break it down. You're like, hey, you're paying this much convenience fees. You should be, that's the tedious stuff that we need somebody like Stephanie in our business to like break down all these mysteries and wonder why $10,000 is also missing, and incoming convenience fees or wherever the things are missing, because she's our financial detective going through and breaking the books down for everybody.
And I have an interesting, I'm just going to throw this out there, story. I just got a church client, and they do donation, tithes, donations, and they started giving the option to pay that fee. So people pay that fee as an option, and they came to me, and it was like, let's say it was $10 that you donated, but you donated 11 to cover the fee. That was $1. And they would say that they only got $10. I was like, no, they still donated the $11. It's just you took the $1 and decided to spend it on something else. So there's a lot of ways to look at it depending on your setup and everything.
That's amazing. So, all right, cool. So how do people get a hold of you if they're running their business or running a charity or running various things and they need your services to kind of break down and be their financial detective? How do they get a hold of you? And if they want to learn more about you, I think we talked about that YouTube channel already, but if you have any other places they can find you, now's the time.
The easiest place to find us is on our website. It's newlightfs.com, New Light Financial Solutions FS. It's harder to find me. I am on LinkedIn. You can find me out there, but I am a Smith. So good luck.
We'll put the link in. We'll put the link in the description. No problem.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm on LinkedIn. You can definitely connect with me that way. And then YouTube. Yeah. Our YouTube channel. We have tons of videos out there.
Awesome. So we'll put all that stuff in there, especially if you want to learn more about Zoho, which I have not heard of until now. So I'm learning something new as we go. So be sure you give her a follow, check out some of her videos, see how she's doing it, because she is always one who's going to take the simple solution. And it's something you can learn from, even if you're not using financial services from her, which you should. Just seeing how she runs things and the way her brain thinks is also very advantageous for you and your business. So Stephanie, thanks for joining us today. And I hope you had some fun.
I did. Thanks so much for having me.